Let's Manifest, the podcast where we allow our magic, feel our passion, live our love. And now your host, Joanne Morton, the positive energy artist. Oh my goodness. It is that time again for another episode of Let's Manifest. And I am your host, like I said in the intro, Joanne Morton, the positive energy artist. And I am super excited today because I have a lovely, I'm just going to say it, fucking cool woman, because I love fucking cool women. That's probably the only time I'll say the word fuck, but that's all right. Um, but Viviane Baptista and I met during the pandemic year, 2020, online. So I've yet to meet her in person, but I've gotten to know her over the years. Over the years, it's pandemic years, right? It feels like forever. And she is a musician, um, and she has created this amazing new offer called Baby Melody. And as someone who loves going on Spotify to listen to sleep music, I have listened to many a Baby Melody, and I'm curious to know. I want to ask her the question. I want to ask her, and then I'll have her say something. But I want to, what inspires a musician to create, baby melodies? That's just my first question for you, Viviane. Welcome, welcome.
Uh, Thank you so much, Joanne, for inviting me for this podcast. It's a privilege to be with you this day and to be sharing about baby melodies to your audience. What baby melody was born during the pandemic as well,
Mm.
and was one of those ideas how what I'm gonna be doing, and now I cannot teach in person, and teaching online was something that was what wasn't moving so much. Then it picks up more energy. But I was thinking, what am I gonna do? I was prepared to be teaching at two different locations that I people have invited me to be. Sorry about the noise. Someone just got in the room. You're gonna edit.
It's real life. Yeah, it's real
Yeah,
life here on this podcast.
yeah. And I was prepared to teach at two different locations with lots of students, and suddenly the pandemic hit, and we were facing that situation. What am I gonna do now? And Baby Melody came as a result of an interaction with a teacher friend of mine from another country, and she was saying, Vivian, maybe we could do music for little children. And the idea came because she was having a granddaughter, but she could not see her granddaughter, and the way for her to connect with her granddaughter would be singing for her. So this way, the granddaughter could recognize her voice, and that's how she began creating songs for her granddaughter. And I thought, why don't we expand that idea to other grandparents or even parents who are separated? Let's say someone from the military, someone who works overseas and cannot be at the moment. We can record a message from these parents or grandparents to the baby so that the baby can listen to the family member's voice. And not only that, but saying messages with words of affirmations, because that is the base, it's the foundation of Baby Melody. We produce songs for babies and little children with words of affirmations.
I love it. So are you performing so it's music and lyrics, correct?
Yes, music in lyrics and poems. Those poems are where we place the words of affirmation and we say the name of the baby. So when the baby listen or the little children listens to the song, it's like the song was made to them.
Oh, wow. That is so nice. And it's your friend that records the lyrics, records the
Yeah,
words?
yeah. My friends, she write the songs. She also sings in three languages,
Wow.
and we have in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. And also, my daughter sings the song. I wasn't singing. I could be singing as well, but I was taking care of the administrative part of the business.
That's right. You have to, yeah, you got to have some boundaries and, you can't do everything and you can do it better. Wow, that's amazing. That's really, really amazing that you guys were able to take something out of the pandemic and create something. There's going to be so many businesses like that. It's going to be fun to see how they all manifest over the next 3 or 4 years. And
Exactly.
and yeah, and yours is also, it's, what do they call it, evergreen. It's, no matter what, this is just going to be something that people can use, for the rest of our existence. I think this is amazing. Now, when you were it takes an idea to create something. The law of attraction. Thoughts plus feelings plus actions. And so obviously you just shared so easily the thoughts and the feelings. You guys wanted to do something that you're good at and that you enjoy working together, and you had a thought. What was some of the first kind of action steps that you had to take to get yourself to create a new business?
Wow. We had to have courage first because how we're creating something in a situation in which if you think uh, in a cold way, in a let's say, oh, now is not time to start a new business.
Right?
But it was the opposite. I just remembered at the beginning of the 19th century how many businesses were blooming when the war was going on. So during these times, I think is where your creativity comes to light because you start thinking, how am I going to survive? What can I do? What can be different? How I can support people? And you see how the movies came and all the movies and Walt Disney, and he was entertaining people during a time of pain.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, uh, this is a time in the parents need to be calm, to feel love and have peace, and their children as well, because everything that we are saying at home, the way we are feeling, we are transpiring that to our families. And this is a time in which everybody needs to be more relaxed in the midst of all this awful circumstance, which was the pandemic. So sometimes you need to just relax. And these songs, they were meant to relax both the parents and the baby, to like so they can have their space, the space of peace and love.
Oh, that's so true. It's yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have to find ways to relax. That because once you're relaxed, and not relaxed and vegged out. I like to say relaxed and motivated, because once you're relaxed and motivated, you are able to take action, you're able to think clearer, you're able to feel a little more balanced in your life because you're motivated to do the action steps to stay balanced. And I can see how having music that's, curated and created especially for your child, you are able to relax in knowing that, you know, there are people out there who are interested in creating gifts to the world, if that makes sense. Because I like giving hope. Your business is hope. It's like you're sharing hope with people, because the pandemic is kind of intense right now sometimes,
Yes.
you know. but you're giving people hope in this simple little way of creating music for them.
Yes, and I was talking to a doctor from New York another day. She's a mental health doctor, and with another psychologist as well. And they were saying that because of the pandemic, so the level of mental health issues like skyrocketed, and many of the majority, let's say, of the conditions of mental health issues in adult life are the result of things that were not solved or worked during the infancy, during the first, let's say, 5 to 6 or 7 years of a person's life. So, with baby melody, our main purpose is to be one of the tools. We are not the final answer because there are other tools that can be working together, but we are going to touch these babies and little children's lives since the beginning so that they can know that they are loved, that they are cherished, that they matter, that throughout words, because words gives life. Words create a new reality. And if you say the wrong words, you you can change someone's life. Because
Yeah.
forever. So why not to be one of the tools to help these little kids? The noise again.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Um, so why not change that statistics
Yeah.
that the adults are facing right now with creating new possibilities, creating new realities since the beginning of a child's life?
No, it's so true. And I think going back to the part where you were talking about how it also relaxed the parents, because it's so true. You're helping the parents' brain relax, and therefore it's not going to do this like it's not going to, they're not. It's going to stop some of the stuff to the baby, and that the child. It is so many levels of this is because my work is all about shifting our collective consciousness, and there is possibility of world peace. Peace is possible. However, we have to have inner peace first. That's how peace is. That's how peace is possible if we all have inner peace. And one way to have inner peace is to take a quiet moment and just, listen to positive affirmations. Oh my goodness, Melody baby. Well, let me take a quick break, and you can get a drink of water and tell the whoever's in the back of the room to get out of the room. You're recording a podcast. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. I will be right back with my fabulous guest, Viviane Baptista of Melody. And we're back. I am just thrilled at how this direction of this conversation is going. It really is quite a joy to be with you, Viviane. Um,
Thank you.
so we are now at the point where I like to ask my special guest what magic, passion, love, what those words mean to them, to their business, how they use them, how they access them. I mean, it's kind of, I'm going to leave it up to you. But just as a reminder for those of you who are listening for the first time, welcome. I use the ideas of magic, passion, love in my work, and magic, passion, love is positive energy. And magic, passion, love is that renewable, sustainable, positive energy source found within all of us. And when used, life feels good. And when shared, wow. So we allow our magic, feel our passion, and live our love. And when that happens, wow, 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 wow. So that's what's happening right now. Viviane is sharing her magic, passion, love. Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the word magic? What do these words mean to you? Passion, love.
Um, when I think about magic, the first word that comes to me is transformation because you're transforming something. And transformation change everything. Transformation is a miracle, in my opinion. So magic is something that's gonna be wonderful, that's gonna transform. The passion is the drive to do something, and I love the word drive as well, because it's dynamics. There's a Latin word, dynamis. Dynamis means the dynamic, the force, the matrix force behind something. And love for me is the vibration. Is when you are in a state of love, you're putting your vibrations on the most the highest level, which is gonna be molding everything that like forming everything that you are doing. So transforming, having the drive to keep going, and with love. So that's what comes to my mind. So those three words are very powerful for me, because
Wow.
all of them speaks life.
Yeah, wow, wow, wow. That was amazing. Thank you so much for really taking that question to heart and really, you know, describing exactly how I see them as well. So, uh, it's so good to have conversations with people. It really is. I'm just in
Yeah,
just in love, and I really appreciate everyone who is supporting this podcast. And for those of you who are interested in supporting, I have a Patreon site, and if you're a Patreon, you get a bonus of some podcasts. Special guests will give a little bonus episode, so on the Patreon site. So go check that out if you're interested. Um, we're going to be right back, and I'm going to ask Viviane a kind of a silly question because I like to make people laugh, and she has no idea what question I'm going to ask her, but I'm not worried at all. So, but again, just stick around, and we will be right back. Oh, if only you all could hear the behind the scenes conversations that we're having, but we didn't record that part. So here we are back to the final part of Let's Manifest. The show, the zip zap of positive energy when you need that little extra extra to go from feeling stressed and anxious to feeling relaxed and motivated. And if you want to be a little more motivated, order a baby melody for yourself. You can make it, you can also just send it for you can send it to a baby, but you should support your inner child and buy your own inner child baby melody song so you can listen to that. Because we all have that little baby inside of us, don't you think? That's just give you a new idea for a new client marketing
yes,
strategy.
yeah. In fact, some parents have asked us, "Can you do a song for me for the parents?"
Oh, I love it. Because I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but lately I've really been enjoying going and searching baby melodies, baby songs, baby bed stories, bed stories for adults. It's so nice. I fell asleep pretty early on to a Peter and Mary story read by some British lady. It was pretty awesome.
Mhm.
So there's truth to that. Well, as I like to end this call on this show on laughter, because laughter is the best medicine. Gratitude, we know gratitude's crazy wonderful, but laughter is also just a way to really activate the manifesting gene that's inside of you. And laughter is an action too. If you did you know that if you laugh for 1 minute using your abdomen, it's like 10 minutes on the rowing machine. FYI, want to do some ab work? Just do that. So the question though that I'm going to ask Viviani is, if magic passion love was a food, what would it taste like? I love this question.
Yeah, and the first fruit that came to my mind was the pineapple.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason is because pineapple can be bittersweet, can be sweet, but it still does the same result. It's gonna help you to flush your body from some toxins. And so pineapple for me is the uh, better representation of magic, passion, and love.
I love
Sometimes
that.
life it has its bitterness, but life also have its sweetness.
Right,
But
right.
all those situations, if you have the right reaction, are gonna take you to the better outcome.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is an excellent answer. You win the prize. Woohoo! Well, I will put all of your information. Babymelody.com is the website, correct?
Yes, at
Yep. Dash
baby-melody.com.
melody.
Yeah,
But all this information will be in the information. And yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing endeavor for you and your partners. And I see you guys playing and creating songs for people for a very, very long time. So
yeah,
long that you might even have to hire more people to start writing because there'll be so many people. You're creating jobs as
certainly,
well. I see it happening.
certainly.
I see it manifesting.
Yeah,
So once again, thank you to everyone listening, and if you're my Patreon, thank you so much. And together we will say this out loud. I allow my magic, I feel my passion, and I live my love. Until next time, keep sharing your magic, passion, love because the world needs your wow.